Welcome to Gene and Mike to the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we're doing the crossword for Monday, January 13th, 2025. So, on this first Monday of this week, did you do the crossword?
It's first Monday of this week.
The first Monday of this week, yes. I don't know if you're ready for second Mondays.
No.
Yep.
That's a little scary.
We're sneaking a second Monday in just for variety.
People will love you for that.
Well, it's already on the calendar. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Friday. They just slipped it in. No one will notice.
You know how people love Mondays.
Yes, indeed.
Anyway, yes.
Did you love this Monday?
I did do the crossword.
Good.
And yes, I like this Monday very much.
Good.
Because it was pretty easy, which is sort of characteristic of Mondays.
Yes, indeed.
I did have a mistake, so it took me a little bit longer than usual.
I will now predict where your mistake was.
Oh, I don't even know if I remember.
I'll tell you. It was 35 across. Visibly support as a university or sports team, and you put down peps instead of reps.
No, I put reps.
Okay. My mistake. Your mistake was 33 down. Digitally make to look younger. Instead of de-age, you put de-age.
No.
Nope.
No, I know. I didn't do that.
Okay, I know. 37 down. Essential to the character of something. Inherent, but you misspelled inherent.
No, I got that right.
I don't understand it. My predictive powers are normally much more available to me. I don't know.
I think it was like some sort of initials or something, and I had them wrong.
25 down.
Oh, I remember. It was 56 or 64 across. Sent a private text for short.
And you went IM'd.
Yeah.
Instead of DM'd.
Instead of DM.
But that meant that 57 down, a young feller was a lay.
That's right.
L-A-I.
Yep. But no, I did not catch that.
Oh, okay.
So, but eventually I did. It just took a while because it was, you say, okay, there's a mistake. All right, 1 across, 6 across.
Yes.
So I didn't get to it until
the bottom row.
64 across, which still looked good to me. So then I started on the downs.
Oh, okay.
and by the time I got to the bottom, yes, I saw lay was wrong. So
your brain is able to multitask. You should be able to look at multiple answers at the same instant.
Well, yeah, I've tried that. When I've been looking for mistakes, and that's a mistake for me because then I always miss it.
Yeah, I just
gotta look at them one at a time.
I just sort of tear through things as fast as I can, reading across first, and then just reading down, looking to see if the word itself sounds right. That's sort of my first pass. But I had 35 across. Visibly supports as a university or sports team. Like I said, I had peps, sort of like like a pep.
Yes,
pep rally, pep team. And that meant, though, that 35 down, ready to eat as fruit, was pipe. So that was the tip-off that something had gone wrong there, because it should have been ripe.
Yep.
So, yeah, this was a good crossword. It was a debut by Adam Levav.
Very nice, Adam.
Yes, indeed. And it had an interesting theme to it.
It did have an interesting theme to it. There were 4 themed clues. I guess you'd call them themed clues. They had shaded squares right in the middle of the answers. And the first one was 17 across, which was quality of a statement that feels plausible. And that was truthiness.
Yes.
Truthiness. I love that word.
Yep.
And the THINE right in the middle was shaded. And then 24 across was high school or college seniors, usually, and that was 4th years. And the THY, the TH of fourth and the Y of years was shaded.
Right.
And then we had 47 across, feel relief from anxiety. That took me a while to figure out what they were talking about there, but it was breathe easy.
Which I presume you did after you got that?
I did.
Good.
That's true. And the THE of breathe and the E of easy were in the shaded squares. And then finally, 57 across, aid in preventing a shipwreck. And that was lighthouse. And the T of light and the HOU of house were highlighted. And the revealer clue was right in the middle of the puzzle, and it was Tongue of Chaucer, or what's literally shown in the shaded squares. That's almost like a tongue twister. What's literally shown in the shaded squares. And that was Middle English.
I'm sorry. What nation were you trying to pretend you were a part of at that point?
I'm just trying to speak very properly because it was Middle English, and the shaded squares spelled the words thine, thy, thee, and thou.
Yes.
Which are common words in Middle English. Thank goodness we no longer speak that. So anyway, that is the puzzle.
What do you mean we no longer speak it? Has thou lost thy mind?
No.
Thine words do be deceptive. I don't know. No, I speak like that all the time. I often lapse into Middle English.
Well, I'd like to see your teaching evaluations then.
Yeah, they get better. It's when I sort of segue into modern English that they start to plummet.
So, yep. So that's it.
Well, thine telleth the truth.
I have truthiness in me.
Yes, indeed. All right. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some, psychological syndrome, some name associated with people who always like to speak in Middle English.
Yes.
Unless they're like Shakespearean actors, in which case they get a pass.
Mm-hmm. I actually looked up what was actually a definition of Middle English, and it was the way people spoke between 1066 and the late 1400s.
I see.
That was considered the time of Middle English.
That's pretty precise to start it at 1066.
1066. Well, that was
the invasion of somebody.
Right. Yeah, that was the Norman invasion.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, thank the Normans. They brought Middle English to the world, I guess.
I'm glad it's here.
Invading it. And everyone started saying thy and thine and thee and thou. And
I wonder. So what did those words come from? I guess not French. They don't look French.
Well, no, not really, but I don't know. The Normans, they were from France. They were from Normandy.
They were. Yes, they were definitely from France.
Anyway, but yeah, that was the theme. It was clever.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And the rest of the clues and answers were from New English.
Yes.
And they were pretty good. Like we had, for an example of New English, 29 across, sweetheart slangily was bay.
Bay. Mm-hmm. I wonder what people of the Middle English era would think of the word bay.
They'd probably mutter something about devil worshiper and then attempt to skewer you. Let's see. What else did we have that would be considered modern English? I don't know. 53 across, Rick and Blank. Adult animated sitcom, Morty.
Morty, well, that's a proper name.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. How about 16 across? Dagnabbit.
Drat. Well, that's modernish English.
Yep.
Truthiness, that sounds like a very modern word.
Yes, I think so. Mm-hmm.
I do like that word as well.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, 21 across, holding hands outside for short, PDA.
Yes.
Was no doubt banned in the time of Middle English. So yes, that would not have been a word, a acronym back then.
I think we can pretty much predict that 64 across, sent a private text for short, DM'd, was also not something.
No, probably.
I mean, they probably did it, right? They tied something to the leg of a sparrow and said, go.
Right.
That was the equivalent of DMing.
Mm-hmm. And they definitely didn't have 11 downs. Hangout events for two guy friends, bro dates.
Right.
I never heard of a bro date, but that was a good one.
Yes. Very modern.
When they have cis dates Or I guess they just call them girls' nights out or something.
I don't know.
Bro dates.
27 across, disinfectant brand with the tagline, "Healthing," was Lysol.
I did not know that.
It has the tagline of "Healthing"?
Healthing. Yes. I guess I've not seen an ad for Lysol in a very long time. Healthing.
I'm still appalled by the word "healthing."
Maybe that's Middle English.
Maybe it's a side effect of being around too much Lysol.
Perhaps that. Yes, that could be.
Let's see here. We had 36 down, minuscule picture used in spycraft, microdot.
Right.
Well, I don't think they need that anymore, right?
I mean, have no idea.
Just take a picture and immediately send it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What else did we have that was interesting? We had 40 across. Titans 1's ice skates was laces up.
Yep.
And we had something also that most people who spoke Middle English would be unaware of. Digitally make to look younger, 33 down, was de-age.
De-age, yes. Yes. So, 63 across, at last singer James, ETTA.
Right.
She seems to be quite popular as of late in the crossword. I think she's been in a few times lately.
Well, she's been in a total of 516 times.
Whoa.
Starting.
Whoa, that is a lot.
In, wait for it, let's see, 1942, when it was actually clued as short for Henrietta.
Oh.
I don't think this is referring to Etta James.
No.
Because I don't think she was alive then. We had Miss Kett of comics.
Oh, ETTA Kett. Yeah, she's a comic book character.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What comic book?
I don't know. I mean, she had her own strip, I think. She had her own comic strip.
And it was called ETTA Kett.
I don't...
As in etiquette? Ha ha ha.
No,
Well, that's too bad, because that would have been a great name. It's like, I bet it was ETTA Kett.
Could probably.
I mean, how could they resist a name like that, as opposed to Kett Etta, which is hard to say.
No, it was ETTA Kett.
ETTA Kett. Very nice. Yeah, and there we have the Etiquette Girl, as it was clued in 1973. So I'm still waiting to see.
Here, I see singer James.
1970. Oh, actually, 1977 looks like the first time it made an appearance as
Singer James.
Singer James. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? We have Quiet on the Blank was Quiet on the Set.
Yep.
Like a lot of these, I mean, this definitely was not a challenge. It's Monday. It's supposed to be straightforward, but I found this particularly easy. I'm not complaining. Because I know that Will is just, I can hear him cracking his knuckles, getting ready to amp up the difficulty.
I like the clue for 41 across. German Fooey.
Right.
Was acht.
Yes. Ach. By the way, I should point out, so I characterized this just a moment ago as being relatively easy, but everything is relative to you. So listeners, if you're just starting off doing crosswords, you might find this to be hard. And don't worry about it. Just the more practice you, the more practice you have, the more experience you have with crosswords, the easier they'll become.
That's true.
Because there are a lot of answers here that tend to show up a lot, like Etta James.
ETTA is definitely common.
Right. Surprisingly, there were no Oreo cookies in this crossword.
No, there were not.
But they do show up a lot.
Yes, they do.
And they also reward you for doing the crossword consistently. So, for example, we had a clue the other day. The answer was the clue was stack that you would see in an ice cream shop, and the answer was cones.
Right.
And today we have 60 across. Edible ice cream holder was a cone.
Right.
So they often reward you if you've done a crossword, you might see a clue or two that just showed up the day before, and that makes things easier too.
Yep, that's true. Another common one, 10 across, money, money, money group, ABBA.
Oh, yes.
There are many clues for ABBA
because
they had so many hits and were so well known back in the, 80s?
Yep.
70s, 80s?
I bet at their first planning meeting, they're like, okay, we need a name that's going to show up in the crossword in the New York Times a lot.
And will be at the top of an alphabetical list.
Yeah, there we go.
ABBA.
So I noticed we had 28 down, ye blank shoppy
Right.
was ye old shoppy, spelled OLDE.
Yes.
And so that was sort of, again, fitting in with the theme that we had going on here.
Middle English there. Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
All right. Well, I think that's it for today.
Okay.
So thanks, everyone, for listening.
Yep.
Tuesday is coming up, which means our Triplet Tuesday contest, or at least our Triplet Tuesday segment is coming up. And we hope you will tune in to take that in. We'll be back again with that and the rest of our cutting edge analysis of tomorrow's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.